and I had to wait a few seconds.
Late.
Yeah, late.
I got a really nice letter of recommendation, you guys, from someone.
You did.
Yeah.
From someone. Hey, good
I just
recommendations are
remembered that
good
you wanted me to
recommendations.
like pause so you could start going live. So I was like, let me just shut up.
And now we're live. Good
We're
evening.
live.
Hi.
This is 𝐒𝐩𝐞𝐜 Comfort, and we're just starting out. We're just chit-chatting right now and warming up. So glad when you guys pop in and say hello. And I'm so nice. It's so nice to see you guys. It's been a while. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Yeah.
Months.
Yeah.
Feels like months.
It has been, because each time I tried, I was like, oh no, I gotta do that. Oh no, something always happened. Something always
Yeah.
happened. So I was
Something's
like,
always happening.
today it's the end of the year.
Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
20 years almost over.
2023.
We are 3 weeks-ish.
Mm-hmm.
3 weeks away from the end of the year.
Mm. How you
Good
feeling
riddance,
about
I
that?
say.
Mm.
Goodbye, 2023.
It wasn't so
Good
bad.
riddance. Yeah, some lovely things happened. My niece turned 3 and I aged also. And, everybody got a little bit older. That's lovely because we're alive to get older. But it was a really hard year
Mm.
for me.
A lot of growing pains.
A lot. So I'm very happy that it's over. Almost.
But you can call them learning pains, because some people would still be having that pain just growing and not really growing.
True.
Fine. I guess. You're right. I guess
Yeah.
you're right.
This
I
year has
still say
been.
good riddance.
Yeah, I'm with you. I have mixed
Okay,
feelings.
this is true. Yeah,
This
yeah.
year has been very hard for me as well. But there have been
Yeah.
lots of good things that have happened.
Yeah.
But
You're
there have been not
driving
so good things that have happened that still working through.
and
So
still, yeah, yeah.
Well, that's forever.
yeah,
That's life, baby.
I
But for
know.
whatever reason, 2023, I don't know. For me, it's the year that I decided, 2022 really is the year I decided to start my own business, but it was the end of 2022, right? Like October. Um, and so 2023 is the first like full year of me working on my business and
And
not,
blossoming.
no, not
Yes.
blossoming at all. It's been if I'm optimistic, I've been growing my roots.
Mm.
And that's actually like a post I'm going to make next week. It's going to be about language learning and development and skill growth, but it applies to most things in life that like the analogy of when you plant a seed, the first things to grow are the roots. And
Mm.
you don't see that. You don't see
Mm-mm.
that progress at all. You can't feel it, you can't see it, and it feels like, what am I watering this dirt for? Right? Like nothing's happening. And then one day you see a ping, and then you see and then you have a plant, and then you have like it once the roots are solid, like the growth is quite fast, can be quite fast. So I'm trying to remind myself of that. Um, and consider the possibility that that's what's been happening this year.
Mm.
So, but it's been difficult pouring into something that I'm not really seeing like tangible, visible results from yet. Um, so that's what's been hard. Oh my God. At the same time?
Double whammy.
Oh, triple.
Ripple for your ripple.
For the people who are
Um,
watching, what just happened is three people just joined the call at the same time.
oh my
At
goodness.
the same time.
Better?
Yes.
Mhm.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Monique.
Mo?
Hi.
How you
No, you
doing?
can't be choking now, honey.
I was
Wait
gonna
now.
say, you just came on
You
here
okay?
to.
You all right?
Yeah,
Are you
I got
sure?
kids. They be at school. They make me sick. Literally.
Okay. Okay.
When I
Oh,
was a
okay.
teacher of children, I was constantly sick.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
I I I was not. Oh yeah, I was a teacher, but I didn't get sick by anybody.
Did you teach
Surprisingly.
children?
Yeah,
Wow,
3 and 4
you just have
year
a
olds.
really strong immune system.
3 and 4 years old. And they was like, and I was like, oh gosh.
I love that. The only part that sucks about a 3 and 4 year old is they have accidents sometimes. Yeah.
Mm,
But those are a good age because they're still happy about life.
yeah.
They're not jaded by the world. 7 and 8 and 8 and 9 is
Rough.
Yeah, yeah, they're kind of
living.
getting in there. So, life is horrible. Where are my toys?
Yeah. Yeah. They are very already, they're very entitled at this age. They're like pre-teenagers is the best way I can describe it. Like the world owes me everything. And I'm like, look, kid, pay a bill. Until then, hush. Hush. Hush.
Pay a bill. A
Yeah,
single
a
bill.
bill. Just one. Just
Not
one.
the
Just
Pay
one.
bills, just a bill.
a bill. And
A
me and
bill.
him had a conversation about what he want to do in life. Until then, wipe that table off and sweep that floor. Sorry. It's been one of those Monday mornings. I said Monday.
Hey, sometimes all the days kind of flood into each other. You just don't remember what day it is.
Yeah.
I have to remember sometimes I wake up, I'm like, what is today? What do I
What is
work today?
time?
What do I work and where am I going? Where am I going? I've had that moment when I've gone to the wrong place. I'm on that train. I'm like, oh God, what time is it? And I think to
Yeah.
myself, I'm lucky I'm just in the train. I'm lucky.
I rely pretty heavily on my phone calendar uh for stuff that's not like everyday stuff
Hmm.
because I will forget.
But how
Y'all
many?
saw that?
Yes.
Little naked boy came through. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't see the whole
We didn't see
nakedness though.
no, we didn't
No,
see anything.
they have on underwear, but pretty much.
But let's start with the holidays now. It's been okay. Halloween has passed. How was y'all Thanksgiving? Oh wow. Okay, see,
My
okay,
Thanksgiving
good.
was
Oh,
in
look at this.
October.
Who did that? Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
Do you have an Apple MacBook?
I'm on my phone today. I'm not even using my laptop.
What kind of phone is this?
iPhone.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's an Apple thing.
it's
When
an
you do
Oh,
this or when
yeah.
you do that, it creates like a
oh,
background effect.
really? Oh my goodness.
Carl.
Oh, you've done this with your background and your profile. Look at you.
He's on it. He's on it today.
Can
Let me
you
do
give
a
me
fancy
one
background.
part?
Hold on. I want to be
Renewed
fancy
Papa.
too. I want to. He's not a new papa.
No, I said renewed Papa.
Oh, renewed. Yeah.
Renewed Papa.
Oh, he does have a new baby.
Uh-huh. See, that was 2020. That was a good thing this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, have a new baby.
A new baby in the SK crew now. Yeah. But no, yeah, Thanksgiving was I just had mine actually. I just did my Thanksgiving last Saturday
Mm.
You're welcome.
because I couldn't what was I? I volunteered at the mission because we do it every year. We volunteer there and make a whole dinner for them on Thanksgiving Day. We've done that for the past, I think it's been 15 years now.
That's so lovely.
Yeah, that is.
So
Oh,
we get turkeys donated from this company. They donate like 15, 16 turkeys, and then we buy the groceries and sit there be cooking and they be eating.
People do be eating.
They be
They
eating.
be eating.
so black.
Hmm.
That's
They
so black.
be
Sweet. They be real black.
they be
It's real-
eating.
They be eating. I'll tell
But
you
it's
what.
cool. I
I
mean,
tell you what. They be eating.
It's cool though. I mean, consider the fact that Thanksgiving is not a holiday in Europe, much less in Sweden. So they're like, whoa, all this food. So the first few years, and you have to think about this as a mission, like almost like in like a homeless shelter. And at the beginning, they were just filling that plate, and you understood it because it's like someone, I need to fill it up because I might not get this again, kind of thing. And then we saw all the food going into the trash, and I'm like, oh, yeah. It's like they eat what they could, and then like you see a whole plate going in the trash, and I'm like,
Do you give them like Tupperware containers too so they can like take stuff?
I mean, yeah, they have it. They know they can take, food back and stuff like that. I don't think at times they're thinking that. Or we had to actually, and we also had to learn not to put the dessert out at the same time we had the food out because it would be like a cartoon where you see like turkey and gravy and stuffing and cranberry sauce, and all of a sudden you'd see cake and
Ice cream.
pie and this and that on top in one big plate. And I'm like,
That's not a
okay,
fun
we're
experience.
not gonna do this again.
Yeah.
So we put like all the food out first and let them graze and come back and forth and then we put out the desserts and stuff like that. So it works out better. But we've been doing it all this time, so it was really nice. And then I had my own Thanksgiving last week Saturday with a few people over and make it a turkey. I made a key lime pie, not key lime. Sorry, lemon meringue pie.
Yum, still. Just yum.
That
It
sounds
was
yummy.
tart.
I like tart.
I mean, it's
Very.
lemon, right?
It was tart. Because like even in the recipe, I'm looking at the recipe, I'm like, I ain't putting all that sugar in there. You got to be kidding. I want my teeth. And I just like, whoa, it was good though. It was good, but whew.
Yeah, the meringue helps balances the tartness.
Okay.
No, okay.
I mean, the thing is, you know what? I haven't had lemon meringue in decades. I think the last time I had it, my mom made it, and it would just appear and it'd be done, kind of thing. So you're all waving it with.
Hi, Whitney.
Am I the only person long ways? Should I be this
You're
way?
not. No, you're
No,
good. You were better
no, you
before.
were right the other way. You were,
Okay.
yeah. So, yeah, but that was my thanks. You all had a good turkey day?
That's
Oh,
not a
wow.
question for me or V.
I was gonna say we don't have Turkey Day here.
We have Turkey Day, but ours is back in October before Halloween. So,
This is true. It was back then.
yeah,
Well, them
it was
three
good
down
though.
there. Oh,
It's fine.
Monique had a good one because we saw all the sparkles and the flashes
Do it
and
again. Do it again.
yeah, do it
I
again.
Do it
don't.
again.
I tried.
No, you did the
You did a
thumbs.
thumbs up
You did a
before.
thumbs up thing. Nope. It
Yeah.
said
It's,
one
you
each
get one.
show.
You get one.
You get one.
What
Well,
happens if you do this one?
Do I?
This peace sign.
That's just stupid. But also, this is my life with technology. I am 65 when it comes to technology.
Yeah, it's weird that that it only happened the one time.
yeah. Wit, how was your turkey day?
It was okay.
She speaks.
What'd you do? It's like,
I mean, family came over, we
Mhm.
ate,
Mhm.
cleaned up after everybody
Say
left.
more words. Oh,
huh?
But what?
no, I was saying make her say more words.
You
Ask
say more words. Oh my.
I I'm not good with words.
God. Uh,
Yes, y'all are. And Carl, how was your turkey day? You look so tiny with your background there, and you look
Like
so
a Twitch
far back.
streamer. He's like a Twitch
He's
yeah,
like a
streamer, but
Twitch stream.
he's not streaming anything.
he's advertising.
Oh,
Yes, Carl, we're talking about you.
Bold
You can't
expressions
even.
were
I know. I was
allowed.
waiting for you to finish talking so I could talk.
huh?
It was fine. I went to my mom's house. We ate. I slept a little bit, then I went to work,
Oh man.
and then got really sick, and then I can't remember if I took off. No, I didn't take off. I got kind of sick, and still ended up going in that later on that day. But it was nice. Everyone ate. Daniel got to play with um, my great nephew for a minute. He was really interested in him, so that was nice.
Mm-hmm.
And my nephews finally got to see Bella because they haven't seen her yet, apparently. So uneventful, but it was good. I rather uneventful than something bad.
This is true. Very uneventful, which is now a good thing.
Yeah.
Which is a shame that uneventful is what we're looking for in our lives. Long as nothing happened, we all right. That is like our mainstay now. But I want to know how some concert, because some folks on this screen here went to some concerts. Ain't gonna say no names, Whitney. But some folks on this screen went to some concerts, you know. We
Look
just
so
wanna,
offended.
I ain't gonna say no names, Whitney.
however, comma. No, but did anybody aside from the bakery with the bald man there that Whitney went to, didn't take none of us we didn't get the invite, we didn't get nothing. We just all of a sudden, hey, she went and didn't take not near one of us. Pictures. All right.
These
Go
things
ahead and
cost
spill.
money.
This is true. How was it? Was it fun?
It was fun. Yeah, it was fun.
And
I'm not a talker.
okay,
You know I'm not.
imagine that you're typing. Imagine that you're typing your response in the Discord, and just say all of that you would normally type.
That doesn't work. That doesn't work. I take my time to think of what I'm going to say, and then I delete most of what I say, what I'm thinking of. You know what I mean?
Okay, but then do that, and then tell us to forget what you just said. You know, like how they do in court when somebody says something wild, and then the judge be like, "I want that part stricken," and jury, you don't
Yes,
act like
strike
that
that
part
from
is
your memories, everybody.
right. Like, forget I just cussed somebody out, and just forget the nice and remember the nice things I said. Okay,
Concert
who
was
was your
fun.
favorite comedian at the concert you went to?
I don't have a favorite comedian. They were all good.
Well, if you had to rank them, you know, first, second, third place, not saying that one's your more favorite than the other, just on
Okay.
how you enjoyed the experience. First,
Okay.
second, third, or how many other people? Okay,
I
okay,
think it
go.
was four. It was four of them that was doing stuff. Um, I will say it was probably mm, I mean, because B. Lou, I don't really follow his comedy. I'll say he was, fourth. And then I would say probably um third would be like Kev. Second would be Tony, and then Tahir was actually funnier to me.
Listen,
Kev
listen,
was third.
listen.
Listen, he's not going to hear this, so it's fine.
Oh, I'ma tell.
Nah,
Bro,
Whitney, he does not listen to me.
Oh my God. I'm a tell.
oh God.
Like, oh,
It's like they were good in no order.
yeah, that
That
was
guy
funny.
we don't know, Kev. I like tone in to hear. To hear is funny though.
yeah.
When to hear. So, Kev is my type of humor, right? Like that's
Mhm.
sort of the kind of humor I like. Uh, for American comedians. I have different types of humor. So like there's the British kind of humor. There are some comedians I like that lean more towards British humor, but generally I think Kev is really funny. I think Tony's really funny. To hear only sometimes makes me laugh, but when he makes me laugh, he makes me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I can understand what you were saying. Yeah.
Yeah, this is true. You're right.
That
And to
was
hear
my
makes mm-hmm.
thing. When I went to go see when Kev 𝐒𝐤𝐿 and Angel were on tour, 𝐒𝐤𝐿 was the best of the night. And I was surprised. And I think it's because I have my bar set so high for like Kev and Angel that when 𝐒𝐤𝐿 came in, and I was expecting not to laugh as much, even though we love you 𝐒𝐤𝐿, we just expect not to laugh as much. And he did an excellent job. It was a good time.
When I
Yeah.
saw Kev when they came here, I I like Kev. I think he's funny. I like his I guess you could say conversational like humor more so than like his stand up. And it's like once again, it's not that his stand up isn't funny. I like his jokes. It's just that I laugh more, and I guess it's because I watch more of the watch more. I'm used to seeing him more be funny on the podcast than I am seeing his stand up. And so I think it's funny like this. Question: can you guys hear this TV?
Hmm?
I don't.
Okay, no, I have the TV on for Bella, and I just want to make sure that nobody can hear. Okay, all right, sorry.
Mm-mm. I haven't seen any of them except like, when they have them on like Keep Your Distance or whatever, or just watching the YouTubes and watching their comedy. And it's like that some all of them have a different type. I think it's just a different type of funny that you're actually looking for. Kev has that, like you say, you're so used to seeing him in those the comedic box of the situations of comedy that he does with the dad jokes and all that other stuff. So seeing him on stage and then developing all that, it's almost like you're there, listening to him develop and grow and get better and better and better. I mean, and all of them have those good and bad times. And in Tony, he just I think Tony, he's funny and he makes you think about things. And I'm like, okay, this is a deepness I haven't dealt with in a while, kind of thing. But like you say, with 𝐒𝐤𝐿 and Angel, I haven't really seen like Angel do a 5 minute or a 10 minute stint ever, aside from when she's doing here's the thing, and she is, she's really quick, with her comebacks and stuff, and that's cool too. But 𝐒𝐤𝐿, yeah, when there's a giggle to be had and it's deep and like guttural, I get it with 𝐒𝐤𝐿. I get it with 𝐒𝐤𝐿. Half the time, even if it can't, even there are times when it's like funny, but just hearing him laugh at it makes it funnier.
He is a dumb laugh, but in the best. Yeah.
He reminded me. I had aunts that laughed like that. And that's what he reminded me of, like aunts and cousins that sat at the table and that scream back kind of laugh, and I'm like, okay. Mhm.
I think 𝐒𝐤𝐿 and Angel are similar in the fact of you laugh at the humor, but you also laugh at like, I can't believe they said this wild thing that is also
Mhm.
humorous.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that they are. I feel like there are a lot of comedians and a lot of people who think that just saying something shocking is funny and forget the whole part that there's supposed to be some type of underlining humor to it, and they just think, oh, if I say something shocking, and it's one of the things that's irritated me with a lot of people doing comedy or whatever. I see mostly with people doing like comedic skits. They like to
Hmm.
be edgy until, as I say, they fall
Yeah.
over the edge, and then they're so quick to be like, "Oh man, I can't believe they didn't
Can't
cancel
say
me for
anything
this."
anymore. People
Hmm.
are
Right?
so
It's just like,
sensitive.
Exactly. It's just like you want to make your brand about being edgy and all this other stuff, and you expect everybody to like it, but then if somebody doesn't like it, they equate that with, oh, they're trying to cancel me. It's like, no, they just didn't like your joke because
It
you
was
weren't
edgy.
trying to be
Like that's the
funny.
whole point.
Yeah.
The
That
trash
comes with the
joke.
territory. If you aim for edgy, you're
Edge is
gonna
the way you
offend some
go.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find one of the reasons I tend not to go to like stand-up shows is that, or I tend not to like stand-up, is sometimes it feels, not with everyone. I don't feel this way with Kev or Tony. I've never really seen Tahir's stand-up, but like sometimes when I watch stand-up specials like on TV or whatever, I think to myself, are you working through something right now, like emotionally in your life? Because I don't know, sometimes some comedians are just mean and like in their mind it's like they're roasting and it's funny and it's like, okay, but you're roasting someone who's not here and
Mm.
and you sound genuinely upset. Like you sound like you're actually angry or you actually dislike this person. Um And I don't know, I just don't enjoy that. And then of course, if you sit in the front row, then they talk to you, which is great if you like their humor. But if you know what I mean, like if you go to a comedy club and you don't know who the comedian's gonna be that night, like I don't know that. And then if they're not funny, like I
Mhm.
just I crumple into myself in secondhand embarrassment for a comedian who's like not funny
Mm.
and not just not funny to me, but like not making the crowd laugh. And
That
I
awkward
just,
silence.
or just like,
Mhm.
Or just that smile, like, hmm.
it's the
Why does
cough.
Mm.
somebody always have to cough during like comedy shows when something's not funny?
There's always just
It breaks the silence. Literally. It's like
Start
you
over
hear
and
this like sound that sounds like air. Like all of a sudden you hear
yeah, it's just, I can't stand the silence. I need to make some noise. I'm not laughing though, because this isn't funny. So, hmm. Hmm. Ooh.
Yeah, and listening to Tony and the others talk on daddy issues, they can't help but to hone in on that one person who isn't laughing because
mm,
everybody else, like even if everybody else is laughing, if you're not laughing, it's like they can't help but to zone in on you. And like you said, that's especially if you're sitting in the front. And a lot of times, I don't know. I guess I agree with you. Sometimes some of them do seem to be working through something, um, and then the set becomes more about them working through something and actually telling jokes.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
And if you're in the front and they're not laughing, then they take that as, oh, so you didn't come here to have a good time. And it's just like, well, I did. You're just not doing it for me. And
I want
then
Next.
everyone to
I love that.
succeed and I want to laugh, but also I don't think certain jokes don't make me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Jokes that are like making fun of someone's appearance when the person hasn't, like, you haven't established this person as a jerk or an asshole or anything. You're just making fun of them. I'm like,
Mm.
okay, next let's, where's the part about this that makes it funny? And you're just insulting people, but I like insult comics. There are insult comics that I like. For example, Bianca Del Rio is a drag queen who is also an insult comic, and their whole shtick is first they insult themselves, then they get and roast people in the audience. So it's sort of like when I say no one's safe, that's I'm also not safe. And then
Yeah.
it allows you to laugh because they're not like
Punching
standing
down.
on some pedestal, punching down, looking at everybody else, you suck, you suck, you suck, look at you, you're ugly. It's like first they make fun of themselves, then they pick at, then they make fun of themselves again, then they pick at, then they make fun of themselves, or they make fun of themselves and you at the same time, right? They're like, just like me, you're whatever. Uh, and so it's not like my favorite type of comedy, but I can appreciate it when it's done in a way that the comedian is like, we're in it together,
Yeah,
right?
and the
Like
joke
we're in it.
is, and it's not just
Yeah.
yeah.
Everyone's in on the joke. Everyone's a part of the joke. Everyone's in on the joke. Then I can laugh easily. And with Kev, because I've watched so much of his comedy at this point, it's easy for me to just laugh because I know I don't have to I don't have to have my guard up. Like I don't think I don't ex does that make sense what I'm saying? Am I rambling? But like when some comedians I go in guarded because I'm like, I don't know what you're gonna say. And I don't want to get into the rhythm of laughing. And then you say something totally left. And then I'm laughing and then I'm like, wait a minute, why am I laughing at that? Um, with Kev, I don't have to worry about that. With Tony, I don't have to worry about that. Like I know their style of comedy is a style of comedy that I can get behind. And so I'm open. Um, so it's easier to make me laugh when I
What do
feel
you,
like that.
what do you think about with comedians now? I think there's a bunch of them now, a good handful. Like you have Mike, what is his name?
Matt Rife or
Matt
Matt
something?
Rife.
Rife and Nate Jackson. Both of
I
them
don't
are
know
just
him.
they're right at the audience all the time. What is it called?
I know
Work in the room. They work the room, and they
I
I
go
know
like
Nate
crowd
more
work,
from
but
seeing other
crowd work.
people
Thank
speak
you.
than any of his stand up.
Say it again.
say that again.
I said I know Nate from like watching other people's skits online and people like Kev talking about him. I have
Uh-huh.
not seen not 1 minute of his stand up. I've seen just little clips of Matt's um, stand up, and I know some people got mad at him over this one joke he did that they felt went too far, and it's to what Angelique was talking about earlier, and I guess that's why he threw that out to be at the beginning of the show. It was like kind of like a domestic abuse joke that was like his opener, and then he went on from there,
Okay.
and some people got upset, and I think he was like because he kind of had this transformation, he wanted to make sure that people were following him and coming to his shows because they think that he's actually funny, and not just because he's attractive.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Okay, I'm sorry. You said he wanted to make sure people were coming to his show because he was funny and not just because he was attractive.
Right. Because
That was
the
Nate
thing a lot
Jackson or Matt Rife?
Matt
Matt
Rife.
Matt
Rife.
Rife.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen some of his jokes where he like laments being attractive, and I'm like, shut up.
But he's not. He
I'm
white
sure
boy.
he's very attractive to some people.
And
But
he
he,
I
got surgery to look like.
He has elements of attractiveness that
yeah,
I can acknowledge even if I don't personally see it.
Right.
white.
I could.
Like I said, he white boy high. Yeah, he's a cute little white boy. He not fine. He ain't no daggum Idris Elba up there talking about I'm just so fun. Girl, what? Hush. You is regular white boy, frat boy, cute. Not no.
And
He's,
that's
he is
a lot of people's
attractive
thing. That's
to,
a lot white boy. All right, it's a lot of people's
Boy,
bag.
boy, cute.
he's not
That's
attractive to us, but he's attractive to the conventional.
folk.
okay. We'll go.
There's
We'll do.
there's there's some black girls who like him.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
they'll be a minority, but we know
Listen, his face is very symmetrical.
what
So
he's for, who he's for.
technically he's
It's
very
not
attractive.
it's not stereotypically us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway,
We'll
the only
we'll
thing
let
I've
him.
seen of his is him talking about being attractive. And then also that the one thing that I saw most recently was the whole, recently people have been telling me that they're offended by my comedy. This is for those people. Click the link below if you've ever been offended by one of my jokes. And then when you
Yeah.
tap the link, it takes you to a store, like an online store for special needs helmets.
See,
Wow.
that's one of those things to where it's just
Like, please make yourself
I,
less likable. Please
Yeah,
keep
it's
going.
like, okay, I'm not
By
getting it.
all
Like when you
means.
say that if they don't like the joke, that something that they have special needs. It's like the shock is more than whatever the joke was supposed to be.
Mm,
And if I have to think about, like, okay, break that down for me, then your joke has failed.
mm. And I think, because I remember when everyone was saying, "Oh, he's good," when he talked about it, and then I somehow I looked back at his stuff when he was like 14, and he was doing this a while, on
Oh, really?
stage stuff.
14?
Yeah, he's been doing it before he was young.
Yeah, he
And
used to be on Wild and Out.
yeah, even that, and from then to now, oh, he got a big glow up. He got out of that puberty looking thing and grew into what he is now. So
Mhm.
from then to now, yes, he has improved greatly.
Mhm.
He's improved. So, and that's, I
Improved
think,
meaning he's funnier now?
I'm talking about his looks. I'm
Oh.
talking about puberty. I said puberty. Why? I mean,
Oh,
probably
you
his
did say
jokes
that.
have
Sorry. I got
improved.
distracted because I put a picture of the story that he posted in the chat
I
just so
see it.
people could see what he
Yeah.
I see it.
said.
Yeah. Because I think that was his big thing. That's when he talked about, him being good looking now. And he talked about how, and he talked about then how ugly he was then. Ugly. I can't,
He was a
but it
child.
was like, yeah, he was going through puberty, and he talked about how he went through all those stages, and all of a sudden just poof, and I'm like, okay, yeah, you're a nice looking guy, you know,
Okay.
and some of your jokes are, well, I think I can't even say they're jokes. They are, what are they, like situational story like
Okay.
jokes?
Story-based humor
Yeah.
type stuff.
Yeah, and they're interesting and they're cool. And so I didn't watch the special he had. I saw that first like 10 or 15 minutes, and then I was distracted and didn't hear much of anything happening after that. And I was like, I said another time when I can actually maybe pay attention to it. But I listen to a lot of Nate Jackson when I'm on the train. But he does a lot of crowd work, and he does all crowd work, in fact. And it's a lot, some of it I don't think he doesn't cut to the quip, but he makes sure that the people who he's joking with are laughing,
Mm.
to the point where he will tell them, if you don't want no smoke and I make eye contact, look away. He'll literally tell them, just look away and I won't mess with you. you
Like
know. I'm like, dang, okay. But I mean he's, pretty cool too. But you know, I'm I favorite the little circle of Tahir and Kevin and Tony and Angel and Pat. I
you know
favor
what
that
to
little circle of people.
I I guess to circle back to the point you made before, like the joke that he made, or I'm sorry, to something that Angelique said earlier with the comedian that she was talking about, where they make sure that everybody's laughing with them and not laughing at certain people, like instead of just picking on one person. I think that some comedians forget the fact that, or and like I said earlier, some people just want to. Their claim that you can't say anything anymore is mostly centered around them being lazy as comedians and not like comedy society changes in general and they want everything to be stuck in a certain time frame when the people that you were comfortable making jokes about didn't have a voice or a platform to say anything about how it bothers them. Like I was listening to something and they were reviewing an Eddie Murphy movie and they played a clip from Delirious and he was talking about how he had dreams that Mr. T was gay and whatever, but he used the F word to describe homosexual and whatever. And it's something even Eddie Murphy has said. He's like, listening to that joke now makes him cringe. And some people it's like, oh well, it's just a joke. And I'm like, it's easy for you to say the joke it's easy for some people to say that something is just a joke when they're not the butt of the joke. Where it's not something that, you know, you can just say, oh, well, you can just laugh at it. It's like, you can say that you can just laugh at it, but whenever it's your turn to be on the hot seat, you don't like it and you complain about it. And now people just have a space to say, I don't like that. That wasn't really funny. That wasn't really cool. And I hear more people whining about, oh, you can't tell any jokes, instead of just trying to figure out, how can I make this funny, even for the people that's included, so that we're all laughing together.
Yeah, I mean that's the same premise that using when, you know, when they tell people, you know, every time every time you have a joke, every time you're just cursing. Because, oh, well, you know, that's how I tell a joke, and it's to a point where we're like, well, you know, our vocabulary is huge. Webster made that huge dictionary. They worked hard, and there are tons of other words that you could possibly use without having to curse all the time. You know, for people who don't want to hear the cursing. You know,
Absolutely.
so I
I
mean,
think that's why I don't watch a lot of comedy anymore, because I'm just
mm,
like, I'm not a prude, and I'd be
mm-mm,
lying if I said that a swear word has never left my lips. But I don't really want to sit and listen for an hour and a half to somebody just effing and blinding non-stop, because to me,
mhm,
like, you're not saying anything, you're just effing and blinding.
mm.
It just, I don't find
It's a
that funny. It's not
crutch.
funny. What's funny about swearing?
It becomes a crutch.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And
As I
to
mean,
me, I just see that as, okay, so you're illiterate.
I inarticulate for sure.
Okay. But it's just, it has its place, but it doesn't have to be relentless bombardment.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, what are you
It doesn't.
saying? What are you actually saying? That's funny.
Yeah. I found this
Exactly.
thing about Matt Rife in my searches for pictures to show V. Um, and apparently, so Variety, the magazine, they're a magazine, right?
Hmm.
Or
Yes.
site, whatever, blog. They tweeted Matt Rife on his Netflix special, and then they quote him as saying, "One thing that I wanted to tackle in this special was showing people that despite what you think about me online, I don't pander my career to women. I would argue this special is way more for guys." Couple of things there. What's wrong with pandering to women? If the people who listen to your podcasts and watch your videos are mostly women, then why would you not tailor your material to please them? But anyway, but the next thing is, the opening joke of Matt Rife's Netflix special, Natural Selection, is set at a restaurant in Baltimore, a city Rife describes as ratchet. The hostess has a black eye. Rife tells the crowd,
Hmm.
which the hostess has a black eye, Rife tells the crowd, which prompts one of Rife's companions to wonder why she's been assigned to greet people instead of being moved into the kitchen where patrons can't see her face. Yeah, Rife tells his friend, but I feel like if she could cook, she wouldn't have that black eye.
I don't like him.
The crowd laughs loudly, shocked but also excited. That joke suggests the rest of the hour might have more of the same danger and naughtiness and crossed lines, and then in brackets, and misogyny, and a white guy relying on black vernacular. Out end brackets. But as the first burst of laughter is still rolling, Rife says he's just testing the waters, seeing if y'all are going to be fun or not. I figure if we start the show with domestic violence, the rest of the show should be smooth sailing.
I
Yeah,
So that's
I
the
don't.
heard
kind of
that part.
comedian
That's
that
the part
he
I heard.
is.
And that I think that's I was like,
I
Hard
don't.
okay,
pass.
this is not what
Hard
I heard.
pass.
That's probably
Yeah.
how I didn't get through it.
It's just
It's like
important.
this is how my special is for guys. You know, my humor is for guys. Black eyes on women are funny, right? Guys love that shit,
Poor
apparently.
taste. Yeah, it's just in poor taste. It's just really in poor taste. It
And not
just,
funny.
it's just you. I love a potty
If you
mouth
could cook, you
comedian.
wouldn't get
Like,
punched in the face. Okay.
I love Cat Williams. Hilarious. He cusses and he talks trash, but also he is funny. And the butts of his jokes are sometimes him, sometimes the men, sometimes the women. It's like an equal opportunity. It's not just a anywho, I don't like that little white boy. A preview person probably ain't got but one pew. Hush.
And on that,
Hush. Oh, I'm sorry. I just,
No, you're
ew.
good.
Well, I do not like those type of people. Ew.
You just went like you just jumped like 20 years in age the way you said that. I don't like that little white boy.
I
Don't you hang
don't.
out with him no more? Don't you hang out
Yeah,
with him no more?
don't bring him
He
to
ain't
my house
got
no
not
more.
nan one pew.
But he ain't
Yeah.
got that. I bet you he ain't got no. I bet he talking about all that black. I bet he like it, as they say, little sugar in the tank when they want to talk about. It was like, come on now. That's just I don't know. I just love how you just went black auntie and like Hispanic.
oh, just straight
I,
on it, straight on it.
I mean, she is a
I
black
am who
mama, so
I am
This
who
is
I am.
true.
Don't bring
Yes,
that.
it is.
I would tell my kids, don't bring that little boy to my house no more. Don't bring him. He ain't got no sense. He don't know how no act. He ain't got no respect for nobody else. Don't bring him to my house. Do not. And
No,
I
he
bet
can't
not.
come over. You can't go over his house either.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. No.
Yes, Mom.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah,
Yes,
I just
we're gonna end on the ew. I understand.
Ew.
Ooh, she hot. Look at her.
Ew. Oh, sorry. I'll go ahead.
That's
I
okay. Okay, we're gonna go from the comedy concerts to the Beyonce. Anybody see Beyonce? B. Nobody saw
you mean
B.
with the blonde hair and the very light skin, Beyonce? Or are you talking specifically about her Renaissance?
Renaissance. What was that?
Whitney, come back.
What she? What
Trolling.
happened with? I missed that. What was that? The light skin. Is she light skin?
You haven't seen her lately?
She looks very melanin deficient.
Kardashian-ish.
Yeah, my hand might be darker. The palm of my hand might be darker than what
Maybe
she would look.
she's sick. She did all that Renaissance and maybe she's just depleted. She needs some vitamin D. She's kind of it happens.
They said
You're
she
so
light
cute.
skin and it's the winter time. So light skinned people get light in the winter. And okay, touche, but also
I'm just gonna put this image right here for all of you to see.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
You decide. You decide. You decide. Because I'll tell you what, I saw a picture of her next to Jay-Z, and I was like, who is that woman next to Jay-Z?
She looks like a Kardashian.
And that's what I said. I agree.
She sure did. And why this is lighting.
No.
Oh.
This is like a doll.
I wish this was just lighting. It's not.
She looks like a doll.
Is there anywhere we can share this with the people watching?
I guess
yeah, I think
if Jermaine wanted to share her screen or something, I guess.
Here.
So they should be offended.
Yeah, you can. It says you can share the screen. So you go down to share screen.
Oh, I can?
Yeah.
Are you okay with me doing that?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. It says host disabled participant screen sharing.
Oh my God. Okay, here. Now it should do it. Okay, now.
Okay. Okay, now.
Look at now. Look at now.
So that's her. That's Beyonce. And her body looks great.
Yeah, it's a beautiful one.
That's her face.
That is a beautiful white woman right there. Mm-hmm.
I mean, you would think there is no.
Okay.
They did some
cool.
photoshopping on this girl. They
no,
did
but
some.
This is one photo, but the one that I saw with Jay-Z. I wonder if what my search skills are like these days. Hold on.
Can you go? It's on her Instagram. I don't know if you can get to it, but it's absolutely on her Instagram.
Oh, her Instagram?
Yeah, or type or add like Renaissance to the end of it if you want to.
What's her Instagram, Beyonce? I imagine.
Sure. Look at that first picture. Even that is light.
I don't want to. Sorry, I don't want to. log in. Okay, hold on. Let me stop sharing my screen.
Right? Don't make me log in. Let me just look at the picture.
Okay, hold on.
Oh
She is,
my, that was that. Wow, she look a doll.
yeah, she's been real light lately. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I won't say lately because I think she was during Renaissance, the tour, she did not look like that. It's once the movie premiere,
Yeah, it
which
was
that
after. Yeah.
yeah, once she did the movie premiere, that's what she started to look like. That was she got a little bit of color. They must have read our comments.
Yeah. This is the more. This is the
Oh,
most. This one, she looks like herself
Oh,
here.
yeah,
Yeah.
she looks there. Yeah.
So that's great to see.
Mhm.
But
Those pale
who is
pictures were
that?
very shocking.
Yeah.
Who is this? There was something about her face here that's very different from here,
I think they
and I'm not
lightened
sure
her
what
up.
it is.
They
Yeah.
cloned Beyonce.
Have you seen that movie, They Clone Tyrone?
Not
Oh
yet.
my God.
I
I
heard
saw
it
that
was
movie like 3
hysterical.
times.
Really?
That's wild that they
Yeah.
took a picture and they zoomed in on her crotch, but okay.
They wanted to show her B on her
And the fact that she put a B there is also wild.
on her hoot nanny.
Her hoot nanny.
Her
So
hootin'
this
nanny.
picture,
I don't like how she looks here at all.
I'm trying to zoom in on the photo, but
No, it's okay.
okay, there we
It's
go.
okay.
Can I? Yeah, so that's her and Taylor.
I mean,
She
she's
should not
barely
be
darker than Taylor.
Pardon me?
right.
Like,
She should not,
Hmm.
What did you say, Whitney?
I said she's barely darker than Taylor.
In
Right.
Like,
this,
just
right?
barely.
Yeah.
she should not
So,
be that close in skin tone to that girl.
Nope. She
And
has never been
Taylor
that.
is fluorescent white.
yeah. I'm
I
not
th
finding the photo that I first saw of her that made me ask who is that woman next to Jay-Z, but it was really surprising.
Oh,
Well,
Oh,
that one's just overexposed,
yeah.
but
There's
I
that
mean, look at that.
they
that
did something. This, because I keep looking at this photo and I see portions of things looking photoshopped
Yeah, I
What do
think
you
on
guys
her.
her
think?
mom
Y'all
has
think
come out and said something about her not bleaching her skin.
To see that in the other photo,
what's that
you
say?
can't say Beyonce bleaches his
You
skin.
can't, come on, you can't say Beyonce didn't bleach her skin. We love you, babe, but it's clear like water. Someone else said, why is she white now? Is cultural
Yeah.
appropriation only a thing on one side? Okay, bro.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
hilarious.
get
Going on.
that.
It's hilarious that a black girl can become white with lightening her skin and putting on a white girl wig, but a white girl can't tan and wear braids without the community shitting themselves over it. Actually, a white girl can tan and wear braids if she wants to.
Truly.
Yeah.
Y'all try to be white and that's okay, but can't have any white person doing the okay, never mind.
Yeah, I need you to shut up.
Mm.
Anywho, she
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, man. Ah, Kelly. Wow,
yeah.
that's
Okay,
a
now
dress.
this,
That's an interesting
I,
dress.
I think
She even looks blacker here. I don't know.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Maybe it
she
was the
doesn't look as
photo.
dark as she normally would. I think she might be ill.
actually,
I
I
mean,
think Kelly
Or it's
kind of
just
looked
winter.
light in that picture
she
too.
sure did. Kelly looks
Yeah.
really
It
Maybe
light in
might
it's
be
that
the
the
picture because
lighting.
Kelly is
lighting.
dark. It's the lighting. But I think even with Beyonce, it could be, I don't, if she's, if she is not bleaching, see, I see photoshopping in here. But if she's
I
not
don't like if
bleach,
they
I see
Photoshop,
it.
then they should have
Mm-mm.
done something
No,
about
certain things they're not going
that.
to take away.
That.
No, yeah, to make it more
Certain things they're
realistic.
not going to
Skin
take
tags.
away.
That's interesting. I didn't know Beyonce had skin tags.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
Um,
She's human, after all.
I think
Yeah, like
This was
go.
the
oh
picture. This was the picture when I saw it. I was like, who is that next to Jay-Z? And I zoomed in. I mean, it wasn't doing this back and forth thing. It was just one of them static.
mm-hmm.
But I zoomed in and I was like, that's Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
I,
twin.
I'm
and then look how
feeling,
dark Jay-Z looks. He's never been like a brown skinned man. He's been
Yeah.
always been why is she so light compared to I'm looking at her sideways just a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I mean, even in this
See
photo,
there,
she
she
looks
doesn't.
darker.
She's darker.
Yeah.
So I don't know, guys. Anyway, that's it
Uh,
from
That goes
from
I
me.
think
say,
I think it's lighting, and I think it's
Mm-hmm.
Photoshop. I don't think she's actually done anything.
No,
Because there were
because it
too
look.
many photos where she's going back and forth between different complexions.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if this
I
is like
think
a
it's a
project
couple
that she's,
things.
Hearing
you know
for
what I
with her
mean?
Project.
with her platinum
Like,
blonde.
sometimes people will post something so off-putting that throws
Mm-hmm.
people off, and they're using it for something. Like maybe they're doing a lighter or something about the skin complexions, and I don't
Mm-hmm.
know what, but I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Mm.
I'm just saying.
yeah, it could be a what you call it. You that chick when you cause all this conversation. Like I bet you it's probably like I did it on purpose to make more attention, more drama, more like a publicity stunt.
Hmm.
Does she really need to do this? Like I don't think there's any um question the quote unquote power of Beyonce and her ability to take over the conversation of whatever, even if nobody's talking about her per se. Like Angel talking about how she timed the release of a new song to go with the premiere of The Color Purple because she has a song for the movie, and like Angel was like, as soon as she left and they were playing her song, she got an announcement, whatever, or notification that Beyonce dropped a new song. So, I don't, I wouldn't
Oh
think
yeah. Okay. I remember
that
when
she
she
would
said
have to
that. Right.
worry
Right.
about
Right.
that at this point.
I remember that.
I do a little.
Interesting.
I think about like any kind of attention is, good attention. If she can get some people to comment, like I think the difference between like double tapping and then somebody commenting, making these big old dissertations, making these big conversations about colorism, like I think it gets bigger and bigger versus just like, oh, Beyonce looks cute.
Or something to that effect.
Yeah.
I think people. I mean, we're in like the last 4 years, 5 years, we became the age of people just saying all the stuff in their heads and not just keeping stuff to themselves and questioning before they do, touch a keyboard. Is this really necessary? Do I really need to write this? What am I going, because you're going if you write something like that, you're going to get smoke, and is it necessary? You don't have to. It's not necessary. A lot of there are times, and I'll sit there and I'll look at something and I'll be like, getting ready to write something. Like, you know what? I don't need that. It's
Yeah.
like, sure, go ahead. Be bad, be bold. Bye. Next kind
Be
of thing.
bad, be bold,
Bye.
bye.
Sit bad, be bold. Bye.
I heard
Next.
Bella in the background. She's
I
having a
do.
good time.
She just woke up.
Ah. Well, now that
She
we
fell
done with,
asleep watching the TV. She's like my dad.
she's falling asleep. Listen to us.
Yeah, no, yeah, she was already tired, and she just happened to. Hey, she
Oh,
That's all
was
right.
so sleepy. She didn't want her bottle, so she just
Sleepy.
fell asleep watching Gracie's Corner. So
No.
Oh, Gracie's Corner.
yeah, I love that.
I do too. I'm randomly going around singing some of the songs. So we'll be watching. I'll be like, Daddy liked this song, so he's gonna rewind and play this one again.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
like, the London Bridge is falling down and Mary Had a Little Lamb. I'm like these little songs shouldn't be as good as they are. Eh?
Yeah, they're a bop, as the
They
young kids.
really are.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question. I have been looking at my Instagrams and stuff, aside from the pet and the cat stuff that have been coming across my screens. The one thing that has come across the screens a lot are like the extreme sporting people. And
The
I
what?
saw extreme sport. I call it extreme sporting because to me, ain't nobody supposed to be doing that. And in this, I don't know where these waters were, but or these rapids were, but all I remember is the song in the background was "Dumb Ways to Die," and that was the first time I heard the whole song because I usually just hear the "Dumb Ways to Die" and they show the incident. No, this was a long, dumb way to die. She jumped into these rapids, and I'm thinking, what is she doing? She jumped, and it was near tons of big rocks, and this rapid wave, I mean white water, slammed her. Then another one was coming from the left, took her that side, and I'm like, she not gonna make it. This is a dumb way to die. And I never knew the song was that long. I did not know it had verses, and it was like the whole thing. And I'm like, and fortunately was able. One of the waves pushed her out and got her onto a rock, and she was able to crawl back up. And I'm thinking to myself, but your silly ass jumped in thinking you was the champion. She got
What was her
slapped
ethnicity?
around up on the rocks. I thought she was going to be sucked in a hole and drowned.
Was she black?
No, she was not. No, she was not.
What? Never white.
Honey, I was like, are you serious? Are you freaking serious? I would bungee jump before I did what she did. Because at least there's a rope holding, at least there was security. I mean, if you had the choice, I'm going to jump in these wild rapids right next to these boulders. Or I'm going to bungee jump. Which would you choose? If you had to make a choice, which would you choose? I know you wouldn't do either, but
can't imagine. I can't see myself doing either of those because I feel like I'm going to die of a heart attack before either of those things happen.
Just up in the air. I'm gone.
Lord, take me
now. Make it quick, guys. Make it quick. Don't string it along. Just make me die fast.
Right.
I just can't understand. Why do you want to do these things? I mean, even the skateboarders and all of them hitting their balls. And I'm thinking there are going to be just no children for none of y'all, men or women, because y'all.
And that's a good thing. We don't need those people procreating.
Amen.
Oh, I mean, it was.
Do we?
No, we do not. You're absolutely right. It's just, and I keep thinking, no. This is extreme sporting is not our sport. This is not our sport. Not our sport at all. But okay, the next big exciting thing that happened in these last 3 months was the book release of Jada Pinkett Smith. We're gonna give this 5 minutes.
We can give it less.
No problem.
I don't think anybody
this was the scariest.
Saying, we don't care. And it's like you're using a lot of energy to say you don't care.
This was the scariest bit of time I ever thought of. I was like, what? Why? What? And then all this and this and marry and I'm like, girl, you just special as all get out. Because, I mean, you wrote the book. Let us all be surprised. You ain't got to throw out bites because no one's really listening to you.
We have Smith family fatigue. I'm tired, ma'am. I was tired, boss. Can we move on?
I was tired, boss.
Yeah. Girl,
I sure would like a little break, miss.
Yeah, please, just go down.
If you could see it in your heart to give us a little rest from your shenanigans.
But no, she
I sure
shenanigans
would
again and
appreciate it.
again and again.
Shenanigan and again and
Again and
again.
again. Oh my
Okay.
God.
The
But
shenaniganery.
There
yes,
you go. The
but like,
shenanigan.
but also, oh, hush, don't say nothing else. Will, don't say nothing. Jada, don't say nothing. Y'all go live your life, do a movie, do a
Just be
no,
famous.
yeah, just be cute. Be a cute little family on Instagram, and that's it. Like enough.
Just spend your money and be quiet.
Yes, we is
The
sick of
thing,
it.
the thing with Jada, I think one thing that made a lot of people, that contributed to a lot of people, calm down. I feel like a lot of people get tired of her is that she did like one interview, but they chopped up a lot of stuff that she said and kept throwing it out at like different days. So it seems like that she's saying a lot more. It's like, no, she said all this in one sitting,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and then they're throwing out different things that she said on different days, whatever. So it seems like, oh, she said this. Then the next day she said this too, and then it's a constant thing. And I don't even remember seeing or hearing about the initial interview. I just heard everything that came from that interview, and I know a
Mhm.
lot of people are. It's like a you can see or at least like feel a difference between when Will wrote his book and everything his book was about, and Jada's book, and it supposedly seemed like it's airing laundry about everybody else but herself, if that makes
Mhm.
sense.
Mhm.
Um, but I completely agree with Angelique, and it's something that Tony made. And it's something funny that Tony made a video about. He was like, "Y'all hush." He's like, "If you don't care about it," he's like, "the numbers don't lie." He's like, "For all of y'all who say you don't care, a lot of you are constantly interacting with the videos and clicking on them and other stuff. It's like when you don't care about something, you don't watch it to comment about how you don't care about it. You just don't." And like I thought about that too. Like I saw something, I was like, I'm sick of hearing about, or I'm sick of seeing this particular person. And I was like, well, why bother watching the video then? It's like, don't watch the video, don't bother commenting, just keep going,
Mhm.
you know. But yeah,
I
I think
think
a lot of people do have fatigue.
I
But
think
it's weird. People, I think some people are nosy, but they want their. I'm sorry.
Bella's telling you to let me talk.
Bella has an
Mhm.
I
opinion.
Bella
think
said, yes, people are
Yeah,
nosy.
tell
Mhm.
us.
Like me. I want to be in this conversation.
Let Bella in. She has something to say.
She don't have nothing to say.
Give Bella the mic.
Retaliate, Bella.
look at you like a headless tomato.
Oh, okay. She's still
Oh
headless though.
man.
She's
Well,
bodiless. All we see is your head.
Oh, hi,
There she is.
hi, baby.
You tell them hi.
He said,
I
I
don't care
know they
about
was
them
all
people.
there.
Like I don't care
Okay.
about them people.
Okay.
Right?
Daddy's gonna mute you so everybody else can talk. Okay? You okay? You okay with that? All right, good. Sorry.
She's like, Dad,
Yeah, Dad, don't embarrass me in front of my friends.
Irene, certainly not in front of strangers. She's like, who are these
Truly.
Right?
people?
Like, why are you doing this? Come on, Papa.
Pop, pop.
Papa.
I think part of why people are talking so much about how they don't care is because social media has sort of trained us to share every thought.
Mm.
And so if you have a thought, you should
Mhm.
share it.
Yeah, like I said
And so
before,
if your
it's
thought is, I don't care, then share that.
Oh,
As
true.
opposed to, if you don't care, why are you saying anything? Um, because
just
in real non-virtual life, real life, if I don't care about something, I'm not going to talk about it. It's just not a thing I care about. If I'm sick and tired of hearing about it, that's different from I don't care, right? And I think you know, but yeah, anyway, I think that's all I wanted to say. I feel like we're programmed now to always have a thing to say. It reminds me of Angel, uh, that chick, Angel, that chick,
That
who
chick.
who in the podcast. Here's the thing: she has said a few times in the past that like a lot of this stuff she really doesn't care about, or doesn't have an opinion. If she wasn't on the podcast,
Hmm.
it would miss her entirely, but because she's on the podcast and she's paid to have an opinion and be funny about it, she will, oh, hi Bella, we can see your face.
Hmm.
Carl is trying to steal my thunder.
Hmm.
That's okay, Bella can have it. Bella can have it. It's okay, Carl. It's okay. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
What?
You want her
Yeah.
thunder?
Mhm.
Do you want my thunder, Bella? Do you want my thunder? You can have my thunder.
Take it.
Carl is
Take it.
looking at me like, what's wrong with you?
So women with
Anyway,
Mhm. But
but yeah,
yeah, but
Angel only has like, she has these really hilarious takes, but it's only because she has to force herself to care and then be like, okay, if I were in this situation, how would I feel? Da, 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 da.
hmm.
But she's like, a lot of these things she doesn't really have a strong opinion on.
Yeah.
And I think I am, and I think a lot of people perceive content in that way, that like they have to say something about it. It's like,
Yeah.
you don't have to say anything.
Mhm.
You
Like I
don't have
said,
to say
they
anything.
just buy, just scroll. Bye. Bye. You
Because
know,
no
I
one's
just
asking you directly. No one's like, hey, user 63984, what do you think about Jada Pinkett Smith's new book?
well, I think stop.
Nobody asked you. Nobody's asking this question.
No, it's I don't know. Yeah, through the whole thing. Like it all, like you said, all bottles down to the point of, you know, worrying about opinions and whose matters and who doesn't. And it's not I don't think it's a point of whose opinion matters. It's a point of, is this something that is going to affect your lifestyle if you don't make a comment on it?
Hmm.
What are you trying to give yourself? What satisfaction do you have writing this comment? You know, and if no one responds to it, what was the reason? Because
What was
I
the
had
reason?
because I mean I've had I can't remember. I'm like admin to a couple of the other pages, and I've had people like write huge statements about, I feel that this group just isn't doing anything for me, so I'm gonna have to leave. And this whole speech, I'm saying, bye. The speech totally unnecessary. You're an adult. You can leave.
Mhm.
My favorite line ever. You already knows what I'm about to say.
Yes.
Angelique told somebody in Gen Pop, this is a train station. You don't have to announce when you're leaving. I was like, yes. It's like, because so many people want, somebody did that with Tony. It's like, for
Yeah.
somebody who's such a nice
Mhm.
guy and chill, he has some of the crappiest people in his comment section sometimes. But yeah, somebody did.
Yeah, I said,
Somebody
this
did
isn't an
that.
airport terminal. You do not have to announce your departure.
Mm. Yeah, it's like just go, just scoot on, bye. I mean, you in a group with like 300 people, and this
Walk
one person's
on
like, "Well,
back
I feel that
into
this and blah blah
bitter.
blah, so I'm gonna have
Walk
to
on
leave
back.
and da da da." And you
Say,
I
let
left her
me
comment up there, and
go.
all you saw was people like, there were people actually making a joke of it. First, you see people saying bye, bye, bye. All this other was bye, and all of a sudden, someone said, "Do you know who she is?" I don't know who she is. It just
Who are we
and
saying
I
bye to? I don't know. Someone said she's leaving.
someone
So.
didn't even bye. Who is she? I
Yeah,
don't know. Did she ever say
it's like they
anything?
want somebody to try to argue to make them stay. And it's just like, if you really felt like you didn't want to, first of all, a lot of people who say they're leaving, they may quote unquote unsubscribe, but they're still going to be following the channel
Oh no.
because they
See,
still want to do,
This facial recognition is
she said
baby
she was.
is anti-baby.
I know. When she said she was leaving, And ultimately when they finished all their haranguing with it, bye, who is she? Blah, 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 they just had a ball. I let them have a ball for like about, and they filled it up within an hour of it because I came in at like 30 minutes in, and I'm reading like, who is this chick? And she was just and then she started to answer. I'm like, oh, no, 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 you said goodbye, and I took her out the group. You said bye, see ya.
Goodbye means
I
goodbye.
thought you were
Yeah.
Now I got
leaving,
still
man.
something else.
You know, you ain't even gone. It's been an hour in. I
No
took her
one's-
out. And it was like, you took her out? I'm
who-
like, yes, she said she was leaving, right?
V is asking you a question in the chat.
I don't know how to answer that question.
Just who are you talking about?
Oh, that's what you mean. No, this was on Facebook. This is a group on Facebook that because I'm admin on a couple of groups there. And I was like, bye, go away. You know, I
This
don't
completely
need this.
takes something that would never happen in Discord, though.
Never.
I mean, this week alone, we had somebody said that I'm about ready to leave the stage crew, and they're still in there.
Be like, bye. Click. Let me help you.
I said about ready. I didn't say ready.
I'm gonna help you.
No, just go ahead and leave. I want you to leave. Please just go ahead and leave.
I will help. It's probably a little, I don't know.
Yeah. V says it's a cry for attention. I think it is. It's like, please see me, care about me, notice me.
I've noticed you, and they all noticed her. Who is she? I don't know. Did she ever leave a comment? And the thing about it is, like, no one knew of her. She never engaged in any, because these people conversate a lot. Mm-hmm. So you see the names that are familiar, but all of a sudden she just popped up like, this group isn't doing anything for me. I'm leaving. Bye. Bye. I don't know what you want us to do. We don't, we have no bloodline. This isn't a wolf pack.
And most of the time, the people who leave those kind of comments are people who were really
engaging
into the group anyway.
Yeah, and she wasn't.
It's like, all right, it's like, so, well, we don't care. Well, clearly, if you really had an issue with how the group is, you would say something, and we would see if we would move towards whatever your specific gripe is, or you just been sitting and whining in silence. And then that's the case, or you haven't been here in months. So in that case, nobody's gonna care that you left because you weren't really doing much when you were here.
I ain't begging nobody to stay. If you want to go, see. That's why I don't like people threatening me with things like that. I've had people say, "Well, if I have to do this, I have to leave. I will pack your bag. You don't even have to threaten. You don't have to say it twice." But I will look at you like, don't. That is not a threat you give me. No, because then you're not helpful at all. If you're gonna think that you leaving is gonna hurt me, no. You saying that hurt yourself. Now you can just go, because now I have nothing. I have no use for you. I have no use for you because you think you are more valuable than you possibly think you think I have more value on you now. No, I have less value on you now.
People do that. I'm just like, so when are you going?
It's like, let me get your bag.
Why are you still here?
I had to do that 2 or 3 times.
In the words of Bianca Del Rio, need help packing? I didn't have to say it like her, but anyway, yeah.
That's okay. Let me hold the door.
Yeah.
Let me hold the door. Okay. Love to see you go.
I love to see you go.
I'd love to see you go.
I'm not going to spend time watching you walk away. Just go.
Just go.
Bye. I've been in that situation with like men before who like they're behaving in a way that I don't like. And so I'll express that I'm like, could you do this instead? Or I'd really appreciate it if you did that. And they're like, this is who I am. And if you can't do it, then you do it. Then I say, okay. And they're like, okay. I say, yeah, okay. Bye. And they're like, bye. And I'm like, you said if I then so bye.
Yeah, why are you confused?
You thought that I would just say, okay, I guess go ahead and be a jackass. That's fine.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I am saying that, but I'm also saying I'll remove myself then, if that's the case, then.
It's like we don't need to do this anymore. I'm not trying to
Spent
stress
too long
myself
on
out
this already.
because you want to be acting a fool. You can
That
go
part.
now.
That part. You
In fact, you
wanna
ain't got to pack no bag because you didn't bring nothing here with you. Bye.
Mm. Oh,
All of it is mine.
huh. I enjoy that. That's awful of me, but I enjoy when I bring us something to the situation and you ain't got nothing, and I be like, get your and go. And when it's absolutely nothing but the clothes on your back. Oh,
Satisfaction.
I know it's awful of me. That's probably a toxic trait, but my God, it feels so good.
No, I get it. I watched a video earlier today of Mark Lamont. That's his name? The
Uh-huh.
journalist, the other guy. He was interviewing a general from Israel. We don't have to get into
Mhm.
the politics of that, but that general was telling a lot of lies. And Mark kept respectfully challenging the man with like facts. And the man refused to like let it go. Um, Basically he was saying Israel doesn't have any control over Gaza at all. And Mark is like, but you control the border, right? And they're like, we don't control the border between Gaza and Egypt. And he's like, yeah, that's true, but the majority of Gaza's border is with Israel, and Israel controls that, right? Do you like? And he listed a number of facts that are like, widely known and accepted. And he's like, do you have I said anything that's not true? And the guy is like, yes, you have. We don't control them. We don't. And it's like, the world knows you control them because you have the ability to turn off the water and the electricity and all that stuff, right? So there's control there. And he kept like Mark said, we don't have to agree on this. We can move on. Let's move on. And the guest on the show didn't want to move on. And Mark was just like, can we move on to another question? Are you ready? Do you want to move on to another question? And the guest said, if you will admit that Israel does not have control over Gaza, yes, then we will move on. But I don't want any more questions if da 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 da. And so Mark says, okay, well, respectfully, then we're going to have to end this interview because if you won't continue unless I agree with something that I know to be to be incorrect and not true, then I'll just say the interview is over. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for joining us over here on Upfront. Have a good day. And he ended the interview, and I was like, but as I was watching and he was like challenging the guest on the facts and stuff, I
Mhm.
was like, literally, I was on the toilet sitting like this. As I was listening, I was like, yes, 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 because that same feeling that Mo is just like, it's very satisfying to
Mhm.
see someone. I guess it helps that I agree with him too, right? But it's very satisfying to see someone like, oh, how did you do that?
How did you do that? What did you do, Mo?
Me?
Yeah.
You don't see you don't see that thumbs up?
I don't know what I did. I just was sitting here listening to you. I didn't do that. I didn't think I did the thing. Keep
Because she
talking
was
about
just sitting like that. She would go
yeah.
ahead.
I think it saw this and maybe interpreted that as like a thumbs up
Oh,
or something. Anyway, it was just very
hey.
satisfying. It was very satisfying to see him challenge the guest and not
Mhm.
just be like, okay, okay, and just say, okay, well, if you're not going to move on unless I agree with you, and I'm not going to agree with you, then we're done. Thank you so much for your time. Goodbye. Because I'm like,
That's it.
that's
That's the
that's that's
power.
how I that's how I endeavor to behave in situations like that.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not often in situations like that though, thank God. I don't actually want to be talking to someone who refuses to accept reality, but when I do, it's just I don't know, it's just nice to see other people just I don't know.
And their
Like
ground.
Yeah.
yes, and you just don't let them run over you and say like but he was kind about it, I thought. Well,
He was
nice
very
about it.
respectful and he was
He
very
was.
Yeah.
I
professional.
remember that.
He was like, if we can go to another question. He gave him other options and he
Yeah,
was
he's like, we can agree to disagree and we can move on. I'd
move
like to
on.
move on.
Mhm.
He's like, well, I am not moving on until
Well, then
if you
remember
admit that I'm right, then we'll move on. And he's like, well, then I guess we're done. Have a good day.
Guess we're
Thank you so much
done
for your time.
then.
goodbye.
Nice talking to you, Black Click.
Yeah, exactly.
Zoom over.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I remember. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. It was like a few weeks ago, I think, or a couple of weeks ago. I think I saw it. I was like,
I just saw like maybe today, this morning or yesterday. It's
Mhm.
I just I'm like, you better go, boy. You yeah.
Very satisfying. I saw it today and I shared it and I was just like, yes.
Yes. This thing should be handled.
I must ask V, how is London? I miss London. I want to go
How is
shopping.
London? London is cold and wet and dark.
Not the answer
You
you were
ain't telling me
expecting.
nothing I ain't got here.
But
Except I got snow.
it starts getting dark from around 3 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
now. So
By 4, it's dark. It's night dark.
it's dark. And by 4 o'clock, it's night dark.
It's night dark.
It's go to sleep dark.
And it's
So,
rougher because in the daytime, it's not like the sun is out.
no, it's like
It's
this
gray.
overcast gray.
Yeah,
Just
the
constant.
whole day,
Yeah.
the whole time, and then
Yeah.
it gets dark.
And then for, excitement, rain.
Mm. We had
Sprinkles,
snow.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just had more snow because we had -16 Tuesday and Wednesday. I think it was -16, -15. Look at you shaking your head. And then
Sorry, did you say minus double digits?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Ew.
it dropped. It was like poof, and I was
I'm
like,
sorry.
okay, I gotta go outside with layers on, feeling like Charlie Brown.
That sucks.
The only time I've ever experienced that was in Iceland,
Mhm.
minus double digits, and I was like, "What is this?
What is this?
What?"
What is this?
What is this? Yep. Yeah.
Oh.
Those.
Immediately no.
Immediately.
Yeah, it
Never.
was -16. I went, oh man, gotta put on more clothes and I gotta go outside. I mean, the only thing about it is that even though it is cold, it's not the other elements to cold aren't in play, meaning it's not windy. Like if it was that temperature and windy, that would suck. If it was that temperature, windy with snow and that wet rain, suck. The fact that it was just cold, and the snow, I was all right. It wasn't as bad as it could have been.
I guess that's one good thing about London. It's not really that cold.
Because
So,
now it
yeah.
went to 0. It went
it went to 0 last week a couple times, and the week before it was quite cold. But last couple of days it's been okay.
We just got to 0 yesterday and today. And that's where it's nasty because all that snow and stuff that's been packed down out is soft. So now you're like, you're just in the snow and they don't know how to plow.
Right now it's 9.
They don't know how.
They don't plow well.
Oh, you from New York. They plow.
It's -1 here.
Oh, it's 9. So it's quite balmy here.
Truly 9. Ooh, no jacket.
What is the temperature here in Toronto?
We got -1.
Oh, it's 11 degrees. Huh. How nice. How lovely. 11.
Positively sweltering, Angelique. Sweltering.
What do you say, Mo?
Double digits. Wow.
Man, I don't own clothes for those types of temperatures. I just don't know.
Probably cook something outside on the ground.
Garbage now.
No, it's nasty. It's just mushy now outside, and I'm walking to the train. I'm like, oh, come on, because I heard the trucks this morning. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know what they're cleaning, You know, I'm sure it was the streets, but the side, you know, the walkways. Just put the little shovel thing to the ground and just shovel it up. Stop skimming the top. What is that with
They're
skimming
trying
the
not to
top?
damage the road.
Oh, they can not damage the road by taking the rest of the snow. Instead, you want to leave a nice sheet
Of
of
ice.
snow
ice.
and ice, so we can all bust our behinds. And then you're
Yeah.
gonna throw rocks on it and think it's okay. And then everybody got to wear spikes on their shoes.
Sadistic.
Spikes on your shoes.
Yeah, they have these little
Is it
gummy
Everest?
things. Huh?
I said, is it Everest?
Might as well be.
Girl. I mean, I don't have them on
Might as
mine,
well
but I have a
be.
pair that I probably might have to put them on because I remember
Yeah.
falling, walking through the train, and it was this piece of ice area. It didn't even look icy. It looked like it was just snow. Busted my ass.
Yeah.
It was like, and everybody was falling. Everybody was falling in this particular place.
Oh no.
You know, and it was just ridiculous. And I said, that's why all these broken bones up here. No one is obligated to sweep or shovel in front of their homes or in front of stores. The store owners they don't have that obligation. It's done by the city, and they ain't gonna go do that. So, you know, when you're shopping, you just trekking through all the muck and guck on the sidewalk, which
all the
doesn't
muck and the guck.
Yeah, it doesn't make it pleasant at all. I do not like it. I do not like it at all. I had a friend break her ankle going down the train steps because they didn't clean the train steps. Because of course, you know, people walking up and down and it's all mucky from people's boots. We had just left. We were going home or we were going somewhere. She took 3 steps, poof, broke her ankle.
Yeah.
Broke. She went, it's broken. And I was like, you sure? She's a nurse. She was a nurse. She goes, it's broken. And so now with 5 of us, and we're all sitting there trying to elevate and keep her ankle together. She had on a boot. So at least that was, you know, we sat there waiting for the ambulance. Waiting for the ambulance to come to take her. And they took her and she put the x-ray on Facebook. I was like, jeez. I was like, that's why y'all got all these broken bones in these places. You think people want to go out in this? No, we don't. So it was suck coming home today. I was like, yeah, I'll go home and make dinner. I bought dinner because I don't know. It took like 15 minutes to do a 5-minute walk because I was like, slush. I was just happy to get home in the warm, knowing that I don't have to go back out there again until Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, that's it. But how warm is it there, Monique?
Oh, you want me to know temperatures? Okay, got it. I can Google. Give me just one moment.
I love how her fingers are moving, boy.
Look here.
Oh, you want temperatures? I will give it to you right now. You typing like you at work.
Oh, okay. Wait. Okay. Ooh. All right. Hold on. I know what it is in Fahrenheit. Now let's do. Okay. It is 18.88 here.
What is it?
18.88.
18.
Yeah, it's like almost 70 degrees Fahrenheit. We're at 66.
Okay, so that's like pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I live in the South, baby. The South. I like the heat. My dad's family, they live up north. No, it's not for me. Not for me. Hey, I have low.
I'm not converting. I'm not converting at 74.
It's so,
Okay, 74
nice
minus
and
30
warm.
is 44. 44 divided by 2 is 22. So it's about 22 degrees.
Yeah, it's nice there.
Where are you again, Whitney? South Carolina?
North
Carolina. Yeah, and that's why I was mad because I went to North Carolina.
You didn't tell me when you were coming. You
When
have
I
to
say
tell
I was
me next
mad,
time
not
you
mad at you per se, but I was just like, damn it. I could have I could have. I could have.
Coulda, we shoulda.
I could have seen my friend. I could have seen my friend, but I don't know. I think I didn't know or remember that you were in North Carolina, and otherwise I would have said something. 13 for
Well,
Carl.
that's warm too.
Summertime.
That's warm.
Okay.
13. See, we're talking single
Yeah.
digits, closer to
The
0
weather
than minus.
the weather has been weird. It was like literally 20 something degrees the other day though. So here we
It
are,
dropped.
74 on Saturday afternoon.
12. We're already at -1, so it's not going to be any
Well, 12
pluses.
isn't so bad. What's that,
Huh?
like 40 something?
30 something.
On the bright side, literally, apparently someone told me that someone told me that apparently the sunrise is not going to get any later from now on. So from this point onwards, sunrise is going to get earlier and earlier, even if sunset is still going to get a little bit earlier until like the 20th, 21st area before the day, the days start getting longer again. But at least the mornings aren't going to be this anymore. Doing this now.
I'll wake up and it won't be dark outside.
Small
It'll be
consolation.
yeah.
Until we spring forward.
Well, I think they measure that by midsummer, because midsummer it's in June, and that is the longest day. The longest day will have daylight. And
June
then
20th or 21st. Yeah.
After that, it turns into
Yeah,
losing. You start to lose light.
Right. So I'm not talking about the length of the days per se. I'm just talking about sunrise. That's all.
That the sunrise, yeah.
So the days
So
are
it
still
won't
getting
rise.
a little bit shorter, but on the back end, not on the front end.
And you guys still have daylight savings, right?
Yeah. I mean, we're in standard time right now.
Mm-hmm.
But this country does still adhere to the stupid daylight saving time thing.
Because we do as well. We have it here. Because I thought the US had stopped. Because I remember
Some parts,
here.
I think Arizona doesn't do it.
Yeah, or Arizona, there's another state, I think, but they keep saying that they're going to vote about getting rid of it, but it doesn't
It's
look like
because
it's
some
ever.
people want to keep it. Some people want to stay in daylight saving time, and some people want to stay in standard time. And because they can't agree on that, at least I don't know about your state, but in Canada, that seems to be the issue, is that like some people don't understand time, first of all. Some people don't understand what daylight saving time is and when it is. So some people think that now we're in daylight saving time, and it's like, no, it's when you have those ungodly, like unnaturally long days, that's daylight saving time, right? When you wake up, when you go to bed at 10 p.m. and it's still sunny outside, that's daylight saving time. But people like that because it means at the end of their workday they can do stuff, and the government likes that because people shop more after work when there's still light in the sky. And so the government pretends like they care about our mental health, because everybody knows that when the time changes, the first couple of weeks have a lot of car accidents and rush hour, especially morning rush hour and stuff. So they pretend like they care, but it's actually money.
So apparently, last year the Senate passed here comes Daniel, passed the Sunshine Protection Act. It passed in the Senate, but not the House.
Oh,
hi, Daniel. Want to say hi?
Hi.
Hi. Tell them hi. Did you want to bust in my room?
Hi.
Hey.
I love you too.
I'm doing this.
Okay. Was that it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So they try to pass that, and it
That is
fails
so
in the House.
sweet. Carl was like, "Is that it?" Like, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, they tried to pass it. They said no. When I try to say something else, it's going to do that again. But yeah, they so
Just like old.
Trolling you.
No. No.
You have your
okay. So yeah, they just they didn't want to pass it for whatever reason. But yeah, because it's weird because I hear so many people not like it that I can't. It's well worn out whatever benefit it was supposed to have.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But at this point, it's just like
It's like sense.
right. They're
Yeah.
it seems like it's one of those things like they're just keeping it out of tradition's sake. It's like, well, it's what we've always done, and let's just hold on to that.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Okay. I can't go
I
anywhere
have
right now.
I have a question. It's really dealing with all of our with social media. So I asked somebody this question once before. With all your I mean, because most of us have at least an Instagram and sent and or a TikTok, a Snapchat, and a Facebook. But which one of these do you use the most? And which one that you have now that you could possibly do without?
What are the choices again?
Well, like all of it, like you know, all of your social media, all your places
Social
of your
media.
social media, Facebook.
I could do without TikTok. I think.
Mhm. And which one would you use the
f-
most? Which one do you feel
I
you
think I use
wouldn't?
Instagram the most currently.
Weedy bitty.
But when I use TikTok, I'm on there for hours. But then once I close the app, I forget that it exists for like 2 weeks.
This is true. It is like that.
That is. Oh, go ahead, Whit.
So right now, the one I use the most is TikTok, but it kind of rotates for me. Because before TikTok, it used to be I used Instagram all the time. Before Instagram, I used Discord all the time. Before Discord, I used Facebook all the time. I still have all four. I probably am going to get away from using my TikTok as much. But like right now, I need a break from Instagram because there are people that are on my Instagram that are really aggravating. And it's easier because I don't have that many people on my TikTok. Like I have all y'all on my TikTok, but like there's a lot of people that are on my Instagram and they just feed drama and I don't really be interested in that. So I'm just like, let me just stay away from there. That's why when y'all send me something and 2 months later when I respond, that's because that's how long it's been since I've been back on to my Instagram. So
you're like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll get like 5 messages from Whit on Instagram and it's all just her reacting to reels that I sent her forever ago that I forgot I sent her. And I'm like, oh, Whitney's on Instagram today. Well, see you in another couple of months.
The Instagram day. Go ahead, Mo.
Exactly. It's Instagram day.
I look at TikTok the most. If I am on, yeah. I think I use my Facebook the least. And it's mostly because it's not like as many videos, and a lot of those people that are on my Facebook, I don't know them people, and they're not doing nothing. You know, like over the years, you got friends from like high school that you haven't spoke to since high school, but they're still on your Facebook. I don't really know you. I don't really care. Good to see that you alive, but other than that, okay, So I would probably get rid of my Facebook. I don't have no real use for that.
Me.
I don't really. I guess I use Discord a lot because I'm always chatting with you guys. I use Instagram a lot in the sense that I look at a lot of stuff, but I don't post. Not like how I used to. And I usually just use it just to annoy people with memes. So,
If not, what else is it for? Hello.
That's all I do is share memes. I'm like, oh, I find this funny, so you must find it funny too.
If I cannot share a meme, then we don't need to be friends.
Exactly. That's how I am. I'm like, that's my love language, memes. So if you don't find them funny, then I'm like, what are we doing? Anyway, I have a Snapchat, and I don't think I've logged into that thing for the best part of maybe 3 years. I don't know. So I don't use it. I suppose I could delete it, but I feel like I always hang on to things just in case. And I feel the same way about TikTok, although I do occasionally, I'm a bit like Angelique, like I forget it exists until somebody sends me something and I look at the thing and then it automatically switches to another thing. And then I'm sucked into this black hole of TikTok for like hours. And then when I finally am like, oh, I should go to bed, then I stop. And then I don't look at TikTok again until somebody else sends me something new. Facebook, again, is just there. It's there because I'm nosy. I don't post anything on Facebook, but I just like looking at other people's stuff and judging them. And then what else? I have Twitter, but I never use it. Again, I only use it if somebody says, oh, something happened on Twitter, then I'll go and look because I'm nosy. And then I'll go, oh yeah, that's exciting. And then I don't look at Twitter again. But I don't know if I would get rid of it for that reason, because I want to have access. But I don't necessarily want to always be looking or participating.
I forgot I have a Twitter. I only use it to go see, when they'll be like celebrities pictures have the pictures they talk about. I go to the Twitter to go find the pictures to see whatever
the Twitter.
Yeah. See the pictures. I'm trying to see what it was. What happened? Well, let me see it. But that's the only time I go to Twitter. It's only for inappropriate things. That's it. That's all. That's my place to go be nosy. To see the things I will not see in regular day life.
Well, I think I have the same thing with Snapchat. Unless if someone sends me a message, like just now someone sent me a message to Snapchat, and I'll go into Snapchat, look at the message, and then get sucked in. And then I'll be scrolling, and I'll be like, okay, now I got to come out of that hole. The only reason why I have most of them, aside from Snapchat, is because of work. It's like just posting stuff from work and just
advertising your band and stuff. Yeah.
And mostly work at this particular point, because band's crazy. And I have to, and it's just like, drumming up business, which I did not TikTok does that. I've had people come to me and I'm like, I'll ask them like, oh, well, how'd you, discover me, find me? I saw it on TikTok. I didn't know TikTok was advertising this kind of stuff. And they people will go on to TikTok, and she said she typed in, massage therapist or masseuse or whatever she typed in. She goes, and four popped up, and I was the only one smiling.
Oh wow.
Because they didn't look like they like their jobs. I don't want to go there. I was like, okay, one for me. But I was like, I have to keep all these. But I probably would get, if I could, if I really, well, if I probably should, but I just want to keep it is Snapchat, because TikTok is interesting, and
What is
Facebook, huh?
like? What is Snapchat like nowadays? I haven't been on Snapchat in years. I don't. What happens over?
I couldn't. It's almost to be like an Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Kind of not, yeah, like a scrolling, like reels and stuff like that. But it's a different venue of things. They put things in a genre. So you have, all the baby video, blah, 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 and all the accidents. And then there's scary, creepy things. So everything is in a genre and in a catalog. So you can scroll through that whole catalog and see similar things, opposed to Instagram, where you're just seeing variety of different things. But I probably get rid of the Snapchat. I have I'm connected to a few people. There are people on there like, oh, this person's there. I'm like, yeah, but I don't need to connect them on Snapchat. I'm already connected with them on Facebook. I don't need this connection, So I have a few people who like message there or send me pictures there, like now, who don't post pictures many other places. Like if they're going somewhere, they put a picture up like, oh, so-and-so sent you a chat or someone sent you a photo. And then I can just look there because they usually don't post anyplace else. So I'm like, all right. But yeah, Snapchat would be the one that would go. That would go.
Mine may be Twitter.
Oh yeah, and Twitter. You're right.
I only post on Twitter. Actually, I only post on Twitter and Facebook when I like drop an episode, and sometimes I forget to drop it on Facebook. It's like I don't really. I'm on Instagram. Besides Discord, I'm on Instagram the most. As everybody said, like memes. I have so many, like my cousins. It's just I just have a bunch of long lists of memes, and sometimes I go back and look at them, and sometimes I'll be like, okay. And some of them I'll scroll through, I'll be like, okay, the other cousin sent this, or somebody else sent me this one. So I'll go ahead and laugh at this instead of bothering to watch it over. Like, okay, laugh. Do I really need to listen to this one? So, because sometimes on Instagram it'll just show you the video, and you'll have to actually click on it. I'll do that sometimes. We're like, okay, that's funny. That's funny. Oh, this is sad. Oh, this is sad. I really agree with this. Oh, that's interesting. So, I'll just do that. And so it'll just be a long thing. And then TikTok. The only time I go on TikTok is to catch up on all the messages that everyone has sent me. So I'll watch all the videos. Or sometimes it would be I'll fall down a rabbit hole to where another chat will send me put a video in the chat that goes to TikTok, and then while I'm there, that's when I'll comment on everyone's videos. I'll watch them, and I'll scroll through my friends' videos, like those, watch them, maybe comment, and then search for like. I think most of the stuff I have tailored to me for TikTok is political videos, and like social stuff. Don't make that face, you know me. Like social videos, political. I don't know why I look like Whitney just went to sleep. That was like the longest blink ever.
Her internet was jumping and be
Yeah.
That's when I stopped and looked. I was like, was that her internet, or did she just doze off? She's just like,
we're blaming the internet, but also we are all over 30. We're all tired.
We are all tired. So I was sitting here. I'm like,
or else I would be asleep right now.
oh, I'm glad you took off. I'm glad you got some rest.
Yeah.
I didn't say all that. I just said that I took off.
Oh, okay. I was putting it out there. I was putting it out there. There you go.
I
You
think
saw it just
there you go.
what ran in here. I took off yesterday and today because he has a cold, and so I took off so I can watch them and hopefully give my wife a break.
Cool.
So that's what I'm gonna do when I get off here is take them, gotta pick up dinner and everything, and make her lock herself in a room. Probably drug Daniel so he goes to sleep or something. I don't know. Yes. Yes.
Oh, and on that note,
yeah. Just go ahead. Just one more ship. Just one more ship. Just take it to the end.
No, yeah, we are all tired. It's been a long weekend, and it ain't even over yet. Which is
this year is
actually
almost
good.
over.
But this year is almost over, and Christmas is coming. Y'all finish your shopping? Of course not, because none of us have even started. That's not even an issue. That's not even a part of our discussion anymore, because we know we ain't got our shit together, and we're not expecting to right now. So that's okay. We're all right with that. No one's getting nothing.
My Christmas present to my wife is gonna be a trip out of town. And that's it. My last day, because I've been working overtime for the last couple of weeks, and overtime ends right before Christmas. So I worked the Sunday, that Tuesday, and then that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And when I get off that when I get off that Sunday morning, it's the 24th. Yeah, because Christmas is on Monday. I'm gonna get off the 24th. I'm gonna try to get some sleep, and then we're gonna drive down to Tennessee and stay there for like a week.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Or a few days, whatever.
Nice.
Yeah.
Warm climate. I'm gonna wait for
How am I tired just thinking about it? Damn it. You've been thinking about something, and it's just like, yeah, I gotta do this. It's like, damn, I'm tired. It's like it's like your body just like caught up to whatever it is that you're thinking about.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be working those in between days as well. Had clients ask me today, are you working like till the end of the month? I'm like, yes, because money is king here. Yes.
Everything is expensive. You need.
Yeah.
I did overtime this morning before I got on with you guys. Like I made the kids breakfast, worked, made them lunch, and then hopped on here. Like it's what you have to. It's just that the way life.
It's a mess.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you guys are with me today. Angelique, I know you still hear us. We'll be seeing you soon. Again. But I'm glad you guys are here with me as well. And I'm glad you guys who tuned in. I'm sure most of them come later. I noticed when I kept looking, I was like, oh, okay, bunch of people come and watch this afterward. Okay. But I'm glad you guys, I'm glad to see you guys. It's been a while. So
it is.
Glad you guys. So I guess it won't be till January because Christmas just around the corner. Have fun with the fams and the friends, or be alone with a bottle of champagne. Whatever makes you cheerful is what I say.
I want to be alone with a bottle of champagne. Can somebody come get the boy and take Mr. with you when you get him?
Well, why don't you tell Mr. to take the boys?
Right, yeah, just have Mr. take the boys. Just tell Mr. to take the boys in a car and they can go like drive around looking at the Christmas lights.
There you go.
I tried. I told him one day, look, just take the kids. Y'all don't come back till like 10 at night. Just one day. Just go all day. I wanted to do everything and get the house in order. Do you know that man was only gone for like 3 hours and came back? First of all, I don't like your face. Why are you here? And then you're gonna bring the kids back? And and the house is still chaos. I was so I was so angry. Anywho, so sorry. I apparently need to get that off my chest. Anywho,
So, yeah,
Yes,
damn.
apparently that has been sitting in your heart for a while.
Right.
Oh,
and,
she had a
and
color
this,
purple moment. Miss everything you done did to me, I swear.
anywho,
Did you give him
I'm
the
so
finger?
I got to his face because he don't be using the not nice words at me, but I be using them at him. I be using my sentence enhancers. I sprinkle to add a
Oh,
little oomph to what I got to say.
oh my God, I love it. Sentence enhancers.
Oh yeah, I got that from my mama. That's what she called them.
Ah, I like your mama. I'm
Mm.
gonna use that one. I need some sentence enhancers. I like that. Well, see, now y'all learned something new tonight. We have now learned sentence enhancers. You can use them at any given point in time in your conversations.
Yeah, just
Sentence,
sprinkle them.
just a
Just
sprinkle, she
just
said.
little top.
Oh my God. Y'all have a good evening. Take
Bye.
care. Take care, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Zoom in Comfort, and I hope to see you next time.
Oh, it did it again.
Wow.